To our daily word. Glad you could join me again on this Thursday morning for our time together and our continued conversation around Scripture. It's going to be a hot day today. It looks like outside, but thankful for the summer days and what it means for us. And so I'm going to talk about a bit about that this morning, about summer and about Sabbath specifically. So today is daily word number 730 as we continue together. And you know that I'm grateful when you carve out time to be with me and to say good morning on our journey together. Just a reminder that on Sunday morning, our Heartland Conference minister is going to be here. The Reverend David Long Higgins is going to be here. He's going to share in worship. He's going to preach. Might have a surprise for us, actually. I don't know if he's going to do it or not, but might have a surprise for us in worship. So I'm really hoping that you'll come and be here on Sunday morning. If nothing else, as a favor to me, to come and to show him who we are and what our congregation looks like. And of course, following worship is coffee hour, so hopefully you'll join us downstairs for that as well. So this morning I've chosen for our scripture from the book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verses 9 through 10. And we hear this. So then, a Sabbath rest still remains for the people of God. For those who enter God's rest also cease from their labors, as God did from his. So it's summer, school's out, vacations are planned, some downtime hopefully is planned. And, you know, I got to thinking about Sabbath rest and Sabbath and what Sabbath means for us. Now, ideally, Sabbath means that we cease from our labors. Now, I confess that I am not a good keeper of Sabbath, whether it be Sunday. Now, on Sunday morning, of course, when we're in worship, but you know, I'm not a very good keeper of Sabbath. When I've taken days off or taken vacation, I still have my computer and I still try to do things and stay on top of things. I'm not a very good keeper of Sabbath. So for me, there's two definitions of Sabbath that are important for us in this scripture. First of all, Sabbath, the gathering of Sunday morning, or for us sometimes on Wednesday night. I'm actually going to plan a Wednesday night by request. On June 21st is the longest day. We always do a longest night in December. This is the longest day. It's the summer solstice, and so it happens to be on Wednesday this year, so we're going to plan something. Just started working on that this morning. But for Sabbath, when we gather in holy space, like we did last week, we gather in holy space, like we'll do Sunday. We'll gather in holy space. And that Sabbath is an opportunity for us to focus on devotion, to focus on acknowledging God, to focus on giving thanks to God, to focus sometimes, if you will, if you need to, if we all need to, on our shortcomings, to focus on turning to God. Somehow, Sabbath, Sunday morning, and people tell me this, you know, that their week doesn't always go right when they haven't been in church, that something's missing when they haven't been in church. Sabbath, Sunday, Wednesday even, has a way, somehow, in some way, that shapes us for the rest of the week. You know, it's as if when we're in worship, you know, it's like we are participating in our exercise regimen. We're lifting weights, we're walking on the treadmill, we're doing these things that are important for us because it strengthens us. And importantly, it helps us be accountable to God and be accountable to others. You know, when we baptize someone, a baby or an adult or a youth, when we confirm folks like we did last week, you know, all of us together stand up and say some important words to these people, to their parents, about our commitment to them. And it helps us, I think, be accountable to each other, and that we hold each other accountable. In worship, when we gather, we gain some muscle memory for God, for the gospel, for what it means to live, for the upcoming week. Sabbath is really about a reinforcement and a reminder of whose we are. But Sabbath is also this time that we rest from our labors. Now, we really, ideally, do that on Sunday morning. We rest from our labors. But it's also a time that, many folks have been talking about vacation. What are you doing on vacation? And I've heard folks name it. I wish I was going on some of these vacations to Florida, to other things. I wish I was getting to go, I hope that in our lives, we would take the importance of Sabbath for that as well, and just go and do and be. Because it's then that we are strengthened in our relationships with each other and how we share our lives together. For me, and I was having this conversation yesterday, for me, mission trip is much like that. Now, it's not Sabbath that we refrain from work because we work a lot. We work hard. We try to do a really good job. And at the same time, it really is about Sabbath because we work, during the day, but at night, we sit around the table, we're in conversation, we laugh, we get ice cream. Hopefully, Debbie's going to provide us some money for ice cream. Chuck, if she's watching, remind her we need ice cream money. And we refresh our souls in that moment every single night. The work is important. The work is important. But what we do besides that is about Sabbath. It's about refreshing our souls. And I told a new person who's going, look, you'll never be the same again because of it. And so, friends, I hope that we'll take the opportunity to be in worship on Sunday morning or Wednesday night or whatever that looks like. But whatever vacation you have planned, or if you've been on the fence about going on a mission trip, man, just say, yep, Jim, I'm going to go. Just take a chance, because you'll find Sabbath in the midst of that. And that's so important for all of us to refresh our souls. So that's the word for today. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for spending your few minutes with me today or whenever you watch. As always, I'm thankful for that. So know of God's love. Know of my love for you. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Have a great day.